I am downloading CentOS from the above link, and this 789 MB file instead of this 10 GB file. This 10 GB file contains all the packages. This 789 MB contains only the limited packages, and when you select during installation if any features, it will download during the installation. So while it is being downloaded, just go to VirtualBox, click on machine, new, CentOS. I will type. As you see, when I type CentOS in the name, it automatically picked Red Hat. Understood? Yeah. So because CentOS is a version of Red Hat only. So let me keep my name as CentOS testing, something like that. If you keep some other name, let's say some test Linux machine or something like that, it might won't pick. But at that time, go to this one and select automatically this Red Hat 64-bit. Click next. Close. RAM I will keep some 4 GB. Create new disk. Recommended is minimum of 8 GB. I will keep VirtualBox format only, dynamically allocated. Instead of 8 GB, I will keep some 58 GB like that. As I kept dynamic, go to storage. I kept dynamic allocated only, right? So it won't use that 58 GB immediately. It will utilize, this is just the maximum limit, 58 GB. And even if you go inside the operating system and see, it will show the hard disk size of 58 GB only. But the original disk file saved on my laptop will be only the utilized space. Now it is only 2 MB because no OS is installed. Let me select the downloaded ISO file CentOS so that it will be kept as a CD to this operating system machine. So when I start, it will boot from that CD. Select the first option, install CentOS. And one more thing, network I kept only NAT. So that it will directly connect to the internet. Default select English and continue. Installation source, keep it as this. Go to this network. See, it is defaultly disconnected, right? So go to this configure and go to this general, connect automatically. Ethernet. Yeah, this is the connection name. Click save. Still and change the machine name here. Let's say test Linux. Click apply. Check it on. Now it's connected, it is showing IP address, and click done. And let me set the root password also. Let's say Kiran. Of course security is not limited, because if you want a high secure password you need to keep special characters, numbers and all. Software selection. Here when you select server with GUI, it will install a desktop based one, like uh, with an user interface, so that you can log in and you can uh, do every task in the graphical user interface way, in a GUI way. If you don't install with server with GUI and you just keep minimal installer server, GUI won't get installed, and you will just provided with a command prompt when you log in. So if that particular machine you are being created is only for hosting some FTP sites or hosting some web applications, or in a way the functionality of the system, it doesn't require it is meant for only these particular activities, or it will be deployed in some rack and used by some other client applications, or mainly dedicated only as working as a server, then you don't need to install any UI on top of it. It is just wastage of space, because you don't do anything activities on this manually. You don't install any client applications, you don't do any office documentations and anything in that one. It's not for general purpose, it's only for a dedicated server purpose. Then you can just go with the server or minimum install. If you want to have user based utilities and all, then go with the server GUI and done. And installation destination, let me take this complete disk. I think there should be some more options. But anyway, let's begin with the install. I didn't create any other user yet. There is one more option down to create user, but not creating that. You see, I used that 713 MB file. Instead, if I downloaded the 10 GB file, it won't download the contents here. See, here it is downloading 1.3 GB now. The download part is done, and it's configuring kernel after that. Let's wait for the progress. Yeah, it's complete now. I'll reboot the system. First option. You need to accept this license agreement first time login, and we can create a user now. Let's keep Uday. Then is the password and click done. Finish configuration. See, it's a UI based one. When you click on the top, you can see all this. Next, finish, skip, start using centers. When you click on activities, it shows all the active windows and the file system. Date, see the network also. When you click on it, click on activities, you can click on the terminal here. See ifconfig. You can see the IP address 10.02.15 is the NAT network. Got these are breached after send. Ping 10.02.15. You see the ping doesn't work because then we selected NAT network here. With NAT network, only the internet access will be provided to this machine. The direct base host machine, this Windows 11 or any other VM, can't connect to that one. So let me change that to host only. And before that, let me see whether internet working or not. So ping google.com. See, Google it can ping. Now let me change it to host only, and let me keep hello all. Here now type ifconfig. Now see the IP address changed now, 192.168.56.105. It's pinging, right? But it cannot ping to google.com now because this host only network means a network only on this host. So to compensate this, I can change it to bridged. Bridged, what happens is it will directly connect to the home router network which I have, but unnecessarily one IP address will be allocated to this one. So let me keep host so let me shut down this first. And go to settings. Here I'll go to network. First one, let me keep NAT only so that it will connect to internet. Let me add one more network interface with host only. So there will be two NIC cards or two network cards allocated to this one. So we'll get two different IPs. One is used for internet connection and one is for host only, intercommunication. activities and click on terminal, type ifconfig. The NAT network came, but this one host only it's not showing here side, because the networking part on CentOS is a bit tricky actually. Uh, Not that simpler like other distributions like Ubuntu. So let me type nmt UI, edit a connection. That adapter is not showing here, right? So you don't need to do from nmt UI, you can directly do from here also. If you click here, you see the new network is showing as turned off, the TNSP rate, right? Just click that and click on wide settings. Connected. You see now it's showing connected. Now right click on this, terminal, ifconfig. You see this IP got added now, 192.168.56.406. For UI operating system it's fine. What about a server based one? You don't have option to have a desktop like this, and you can just click here and do that things. Understood? In that case, nmt UI is the option. It should show here. More simpler. NMCLI, there is one more option. Here you can edit the settings and add the entries here. Understood? I will explain more about this in the networking concepts, but for your reference you can go to the comments. Go to DevOps training, index, Linux and artifactory, in the CentOS parts. CentOS network issue. Here you can go to this reference links. Understood?